Hey guys, I'm back. This blender here is a nice blender. It's a very old blender. Had it in the family for ages. It's a Black & Decker shortcut food processor. Used to belong to my mom's, and now it belongs, it's been here in the family for years. So now I'm gonna take this. I forgot to add 2 ingredients before I came to this, but that's okay. Carefully, I'm going to add the puree, pumpkin pie puree in here. Boy, it smells good. To this blender. I should have pre-blended it. This is equivalent to maybe 2 cups of puree, but that's okay. This is going to be a good pumpkin pie no matter how I make it. I didn't measure the puree, 1 cup of puree, because it calls, that recipe I just put in here calls for 1 cup of puree, but it came out fine. Okay, that's about it for that one. Now I'm going to stick this bad boy here. I'm going to pulse it first. And I'm going to show you guys the difference. I'm sure you all know this. I mean, the ones who know how to make pumpkin pie, you know what I'm talking about. This here is what you need to change the color. Now I'm not going to put 2 cups in a cup and a half in this. I think that's what it calls. Well, I'm just going to put enough in to change the color. That's all. It would help. Oh yeah, this is it. I'm going to make the hole just a little bit bigger here. Just a little bit bigger here. That way it can come out. But you'll notice the difference. See how it's changing color? Now I'm not measuring this. I'm not measuring this at all. I'm just assuming. I'm just going by color. One and a half teaspoons of baking powder. Oh yeah. A little bit longer. I'm going to pulse it just a little bit longer. Now if you didn't hear me, I put 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder in this. And I'd say about maybe a shot glass worth of Carnation evaporated milk. Just to change the color. And I'll show you the color here. This is the color I'm talking about. I'm going to use the same bowl I used last night. And give you guys a comparison. Is this movie still going? Yes, good. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. Take this to the sink, rinse that sucker out. Kind of a messy thing here, so what I'm going to do, this should have a pouring spout here, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. You see that? It changed colors. Now this is a messy part. Oop, that's all right. This is where it gets messy. This is where it gets messy. I'm going to go to the other table over here. Be right back. And I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up. Put everything in the sink. Just a minute, guys. It's going to take a little while. There we go. Okay. Now, you'll see the difference here. See that? Put this on my other table over here. You see the difference? I don't know if I'm doing this right, but it's kind of hard to see. But it is a light orange color. And of course, right here is that dark brown looking stuff. So, now, I'm going to get 2 of these tables in here so I have more space. Now, I'm using a different pie crust. Believe it or not, this was only $1 for 2. Okay, pie crust. Okay, this is good stuff. It's good. It's not, you know, and one day I'm going to make my own pie crust. Now, that's probably not that hard, but anyways, I had it thawed out for a while. Let's see what this one calls for. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other pie. They're all pretty much the same. And carefully, this parchment paper in here keeps it from sticking, which is a pretty good idea to have. They're not perfect. Man, the lighting, I got to do something about this lighting. Let's see if I can do something about this lighting here. I don't know if that helped. There, is that better? Dang, that lighting is just too bright. Can't see anything. I don't know if that came out good enough, but I think it did. I'm gonna just slightly fix this crust just a little bit. Okay, it's already in its pan. You know, you guys know what these are. Now I'm going to get a fork. Where is it? I had a fork here. Ah, huh? No? What? Oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to take this fork and I'm going to do what I did on the other pie. Now it says you could pre-cook this. It's best to pre-cook it, but you don't really have to. I didn't do it on my pie that I made. It came out just fine. And as you poke little holes here again, carefully, and oops, so it doesn't shrink in the pan when you're cooking it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-cook this, and I'll be back with my next video in the oven. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. My plugging system around here is not very good. I have to reach way down. The plug's way behind the counter. So I have to kind of reach back here and plug this stove in. I'm going to set it at, I'm not going to assume on this one, but heat oven to 400. I'm going to set this at 400 degrees. Heat oven, bake pie crust as directed in package. For 1 crust, bake shell, cool completely. 2 in saucepan mix. 1/2 cups sugar, cornstarch. I already did all that. So I'm just gonna, you know, put this pie crust in here. I'm preheating the oven. It's at 400, and what I'm doing is I'm just gonna golden brown this, cook it out just a little bit. Oh, just a minute, something popped up on my screen here. I don't know if you can hear the beeping, but so this, it's not professionally done, you know. There are cooks out there that really know how to make pies. They even know how to make their own pie crust. I'm just doing this The only thing I made from scratch is the filling, straight from pumpkins. I got enough in that bowl to make one more of these, and I've got a lot more in here. I mean, here's another 2 pies right here. Here's another 2 pies right here. Look at that. And plus that big, if you see my last video from last night, you know what I'm talking about. That's a lot of pie. I forgot what was in here. What's in here? What's in this? I should use lids, but I can't find a lid on this one. Oh, that's my pumpkin pie seeds. I gotta clean all that slime out of there, rinse them out, and bake them in the oven, and they're very tasty. And maybe I'll make that in another video. I don't know. I made a lot of videos already. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this batch, and I'm going to come back on my next video. I am right now at 11 minutes. Oh man, yeah, 11 minutes and 9 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off. I'll be back. Let it sit in there for a good half hour to an hour. Then it get nice and brown. And then I'll come back and show you me pouring this inside and putting it in the oven, and then jabbering on about something, and then coming back to the last film of the finished product. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Video Man, and wish me luck. Till next time, this is my second pumpkin pie, and oh yeah, smells good. So till then, we'll see you in my next flick. That's my thumb. You see, I'm pushing the pause button, the stop button.